Bro, I swear there is always that one student who gets picked on by every single teacher, and it spreads through the school like a fucking virus. I could walk into maths, English, science, history, PE, art, computing, geography or whatever lesson, and somehow the exact same person is already getting shouted at before they've even had a chance to breathe. It is like they have some invisible target painted on their back as bright as a neon sign, and every teacher suddenly transforms into a heat-seeking missile locked onto them. I'll sit there thinking everything is calm for about 5 seconds, and then boom, somebody starts yelling at that same student again. It does not matter if they're talking, not talking, moving, sitting still like a statue, writing, or literally existing. Somehow it always becomes their fault. The rest of the class could be acting like a zoo after feeding time while chairs scrape across the floor like earthquakes and people are chatting louder than football fans, yet somehow the teacher zooms in on that one poor student like they unlocked some premium targeting system. That shit is unbelievable. I always feel bad when it happens because sometimes it is one of my homies, and I can see them slowly giving up. Their head drops down like a flower running out of water, they stop making eye contact, and they just stare at the desk as if the table has suddenly become the most interesting thing in the world. That honestly hurts to watch because nobody deserves to feel like they're the school punching bag. It is like every lesson is another episode of the exact same bullshit. I'll already know what is coming before it even happens because the script never changes. Teacher walks in, everyone settles down for about 10 seconds, somebody at the back starts messing around, somebody throws a pen, somebody laughs, and somehow my homie gets blamed. The logic disappears faster than free food at a party. I have seen students who were literally minding their own business get shouted at because somebody else decided to act like a complete idiot. That makes absolutely no sense. It is like blaming the weather on the person standing closest to the window. I always think to myself that if I swapped seats with them for one day, I would probably get treated completely differently because somehow the reputation follows them around like a shadow that never leaves. Once teachers think someone is the bad kid, every tiny little thing becomes evidence against them. They could sneeze and suddenly it becomes a national emergency. They could ask for help politely and somehow it gets treated like they committed some massive crime. That is complete bullshit. Meanwhile, somebody else could be messing around the whole lesson and barely gets noticed because apparently invisibility exists if you are not the chosen victim of the day. I hate seeing my friends go through that because nobody likes feeling embarrassed in front of an entire classroom. It is like standing on a stage while everybody watches, except the show is just somebody getting shouted at again and again. After a while I can actually see the confidence disappear from their face as fast as ice melting in the sun. They stop joking around, stop putting their hand up, stop smiling, and just keep their head down hoping the lesson ends quicker than lightning. That honestly sucks. School is already stressful enough without feeling like every lesson is waiting for the next shouting session. Sometimes the teacher probably does not even realize how much it affects someone after hearing the same criticism over and over again. I just end up sitting there feeling sorry for my homie because I know they are trying, and yet it feels like nothing they do changes the outcome. It is like running on a treadmill as fast as possible but never getting anywhere. That feeling must be exhausting as hell. I'll always respect people who keep showing up every day even after dealing with that kind of crap because I know I would be frustrated too. Nobody should feel like the whole classroom expects them to be the next person getting yelled at. That atmosphere is awful, and it kills the mood faster than a phone battery on 1%. I just wish people got treated more fairly instead of carrying the same label forever because everybody deserves a chance to have a normal lesson without feeling like the main character in another episode of Let's Blame This Student for Everything. That whole situation is ridiculous, annoying as hell, and full of absolute shit.